The floor is yours.
Yay. All right. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, welcome. I have to go to gallery view first, but so then I can see who's all here. Hello, everybody. Alex, get out of bed. I am so excited to speak to you guys tonight because incentive trips is literally like probably one of the most important things to me about why I do my business. Because it is basically a free honeymoon for my husband if I choose to take him every year. And who does not want a free honeymoon every year for their marriage? So I love, love, love talking about incentive trips. So first, I'm going to have you, because later on we're going to do something with this. So either grab a piece of paper and a pen, or have your notes section up in your phone with you. But I'm going to screen share we're going to talk about incentive trips. So where are we going? Okay. I am so excited because this year, well, like we're talking 2023, you get to pick from 4 different locations where you would like to go if you earn the incentive trip. So I'm going to have you put in the comments where you would pick. So here's the dates. Here's the graphic. I will share with you this graphic too. I just threw this together today because I'm a very visual person and I need to see what the dates are. And also this is really appealing to show people for recruiting. So you have New York City, you have Quebec City, Canada, which I think would be totally fun because I've never been. Like, look how beautiful that looks. A 7-day Caribbean cruise. And this is just a small snippet of that ship, but oh my goodness, it's amazing. And you usually get balcony views too. And then Cabo, Mexico. Like, you can never go wrong with Cabo, Mexico and a drink on the beach. So I want to know in the chat where you would go. Those are the dates that the trips are happening. So those are 4 options. Karen, what's it look like for the number 1 option right now?
I didn't figure out how to unmute myself. There's a lot of Cabos. But there's a good spread. There's New York City Cabo cruise, New York City cruise, any of these, Quebec, New York City, New York, New York, New York cruise, Quebec. Basically, I think anyone would like a trip anywhere they get to go.
Any of them. Yeah. Okay. So, and a lot of you, it may too depend on those dates too. I know for me, my husband is a teacher. And so if I choose to take him, I told him, I was like, you know what, like some of those dates are during school. So if I choose to take a friend, but that can also be. So how are you going to be able to pick those? So the higher points that you have, it's going to be who gets to pick first. So it may come down to it that if the Caribbean cruise is like the top pick and you're on the waiting list, you may have to go with a different option too. So always keep your options open. The other option that is not listed on there too as well is SFR. And I believe that we will still have that as an option. And that is that you could earn SFR to Charlotte and you earn your hotel. Most of the times you get to earn your free airfare too, and some money to spend. So that is another option too as well. So let's talk about what it takes to earn the trip. Now, I'm going to preface this by saying we do not have the details for this incentive period yet. Now, we've been around the block a couple times with Scentsy and earning these trips, and we're going to base it off of what we saw last year and earning for the celebration at seas, whether that was the Netherlands or the Alaskan cruise too. So I'm going to show you an incentive planner from last year, and we're going to kind of go off of that so you can kind of see what it's probably going to take you to earn an incentive. So there's different levels on our incentive trips. Obviously, I said number 1 is SFR, which you guys, like, that still is an amazing trip. They do a great job of making sure that you are really well taken care of. And so if SFR is one of your goals, that is usually level 1. Now the points may vary depending on year to year, but they're roughly around the same too. Then level 2, this one says Alaskan cruise for 1. So this will be the trip for 1. So that's just you as a consultant. Then level 3 is the trip for 2. And that is everything paid for with your airfare, if you are staying at like a resort or your cabin on the cruise or your hotel in, New York. They also give you spending money for traveling. So if you have like baggage fees for that, or even just money to spend in the airport while you're traveling too. If you're on a cruise, like all your meals are all paid for. If you're in New York City or Quebec, maybe they would give you money to also spend during that week too. And then there's usually an incentive, like an excursion that you get to go on. When we were on the Alaskan cruise, we went on 3, I believe it was 3, right? We went whale watching. We went on a train that took us all the way through the Alaskan mountains. It was gorgeous. And then we also went on like a gondola ride up the side of a mountain. And when I say like on a mountain, it wasn't like this, it was like this, literally like, like this. So anyway, you have to look at people's pictures from the Alaskan cruise to just look and see how much fun we had together. And I can't tell you guys, yes, part of earning an incentive trip is the vacation and going away with someone special or, just yourself, but also it really is a chance to get to know your Scentsy sisters and brothers better, get to know their spouses better, and just to have a good time together. There's nothing better than traveling for free on Scentsy's dime and with friends. So that's one of my favorite parts about it. So when you look at this incentive planner, you're going to see like points needed. Now, I don't have any like, this is how many points you get for this, but let me tell you some ways that you can earn points. Basically, you earn points by join, host, and buy. And that is really the core of our business, right? So for every PRV, for every dollar that you sell, you usually get 1 point. For recruiting someone to join your team and helping them get to certified, you usually get 1,000 points. You get points for getting paid at your title. So if you are a lead consultant, you get paid lead consultant points each month for getting paid at that title. You get points for having someone that has previously joined your team before August 1st. If you get them to certify, you usually get points for that. If you promote in your business, so like let's say that you are an essential consultant and you promote to certified, and then you promote to lead, and then you promote to star, superstar, you get promotion points for each time that you promote. So lots of ways to earn points. And we do know this, I think I'm not spilling the beans here, but I think it's been said, we do know that you also get points for attending World Tour this year. So that's really cool. And if you've not ever been to a World Tour, I'm just going to tell you right now, you need to go. It's Scentsy's one-day training. You find new products, you get consultant training, you get home office training. It's just a really good time. So make sure that you go because you're also going to get points for that. I think that is basically all the different ways that you can earn points. Again, this year, we're not sure if they're the same amount of points from last year or not, but they're roughly usually the same from year to year, okay? So when we talk about an incentive trip, obviously, again, we don't know how we're gonna set it up this year, but we do know what you have to do. I said you have to join, you have to host, and you have to buy, right? So Do you see how I rearranged that order? Usually when you talk about Scentsy, you're like, buy, host, join, right? No, we are going to join, host, and buy this time. So the number one way that you're going to earn this incentive trip is to grow your team and to help other people underneath you grow their team. That is the number one way. I will tell you that I have never not earned an incentive trip since I've joined. And the number one way that I do that is by recruiting. Recruiting and growing my team and helping those underneath me to grow too. So number one way, grow your team. What is the number two way that you're gonna earn this trip? Have parties. It's the P word. Oh my gosh, P word, parties. Parties are the number one place for you to find new customers, for you to recruit, for you to expand your business, and for you to find repeat customers over and over and over again, okay? The number three way is to sell, 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 sell. Again, every PRV that you sell is going to be $1 to 1 point. So how are you gonna sell? Events, parties, LTOs that come out, fundraisers. And let me say that again, fundraisers. Fundraisers are probably can be one of the biggest trip earner like incentive points, like boosters, because there's basically people out there doing your job for you, right? And so I do a fundraiser in the fall every year for a local high school band. And I usually get between 4,000 to 7,000 PRV from that incentive or from that fundraiser. So what does that transfer to incentive points? 4,000 to 7,000 incentive points. So fundraisers are huge, huge, huge. Be asking everybody for fundraisers, okay? That's the quick version of how to earn an incentive trip, right? Gave you 3 ways that you're going to do it. You're going to grow your team and help your team grow. You're going to have parties, and we're going to talk about the P word in just a second. Then you're going to sell, 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 sell. Okay, now I told you earlier, get out a piece of paper or your notes. Are you ready? Do you have it ready? It's workshop time. You guys didn't know that you were coming tonight to do a workshop, did you? Okay, back to number 1 on how you're going to earn the incentive trip is what? Grow your team and help them grow. So we're going to create a dream team list of 5 to 10 people. Don't start sweating. I can already feel you guys already starting to sweat. Take a deep breath. A dream team. Don't overthink this. Right now, I want you to have a piece of paper out or your notes. And if I was to tell you, this is the person that you want on your team, and they're going to be your next director, or they're going to help make you a director because they're going to be amazing at selling. Who's that person? Write their name down right now. Don't make any excuse for them, whether it's Jim, Bob, Sue, and they're a doctor and they've got 20 kids and they don't have time. Write their name down, because you cannot make excuses for Jim, Bob, Sue, because yeah, they may have 20 kids, but when you have 20 kids, your kids watch each other. And so then you do have time to work Scentsy, right? So right now I'm giving you 1 minute to write down 5 to 10 people's names. Throw one of those names in the chat for me. I want to see who these people are. Samantha, Annette, Rochelle or Rachel, how do you spell? Kaylee, Leah, Tammy. Awesome. I love this. I love this. Okay, so you should have your list of 5 to 10 people. One of the things I think that we overcomplicate is recruiting. So many times, some people I think that you're looking for the lost gold or for the secret key or the secret key to your business and how to succeed. And everyone's like, what's that secret key to recruiting? There isn't one. You know what it is? It's asking. literally opening your mouth and asking people. And I think a lot of us overcomplicate recruiting. I am going to make it so simple for you tonight. I'm going to share this little graphic that I created for you. And this is what you are going to text right now to those 5 to 10 people. Now, again, choose your own wording, but I can tell you, I am like the queen of like, now how do I say this nicely? I am the queen of like, I don't want to say BS writing, but just like really making something sound fun when we're typing, I guess. So here is my example for you. If I was to text Hannah, I'm like, hey, Hannah, it's half price to join Scentsy this month, right? Because we're not going to wait. Why do we want them to wait till August? It's half price. Like, get in now, right now, get in. And I would love to have you join me so we can work together to make money and earn a free trip to Cabo. If you don't pick Cabo, pick New York City or whatever. Don't say what's, say, what do you say? That's my typo there. But this is exactly what you're going to say, you guys. Number one, show them that there is a discount this month. Show them that you are going to work with them and that you want to have them on your team. You could even say, when I was making a dream team, you're the number one person that I thought of. And you can say that they're your number one person 10 times if you want to. And say that you want to earn a free trip with them. Who doesn't want to earn a free trip to Cabo, right? And so right now, I want you to say something like this and text it out to those 5 to 10 people. I wish I had some like Jeopardy music in the background too. But I'm gonna leave that up too, and then pull up the chat and let us know, like, are there questions that you have while you're texting this out, or what responses that you get from this. So I'm going to give you a couple of minutes to send those out. Send them in a message, Facebook message, whatever, and let me know.
So
how many
I've got a question in the chat. It's not really a question, it's a comment. Dawn says she doesn't really feel she knows anyone. So what advice would you give to Dawn? I said, don't overthink it.
Yeah, don't overthink it. If you don't know someone, hop on over to your workstation and pull out your 5 to 10 best customers. Pull out the 5 to 10 people that just last ordered from you. I mean, really, we should be asking every single person that crosses our path with either an order or a host, or that we meet at an event, if they would like to join Scentsy, because we are reframing that buy, host, join. We're going join, host, buy. Our number one goal is to get people to join our team and to grow a business, and to help us grow our business. That's our number one goal. It's not for them to buy our products, because buying our products is great. They're going to fall in love with it anyway, but joining our business is life-changing.
Well, and even from just the logics of selling, if you start with, do you want to buy? And they say no, there's no room to go to, do you want to host or do you want to join? But if you start with, do you want to join? Then they say no, and that's fine if they say no, right? Like, you've got to get no's to get yeses. You still can say, okay, I understand. Do you want to get some free and half price Scentsy though? And then, you can work backwards on that. But you are hitting a brick wall if they don't want to buy. Why would they join if they don't want to buy? Unless they don't want to buy because they can't afford to buy, in which case you do have a solution for that, right?
Right. Yeah. Because then you're going to say, well, then you can just join my team for free. We'll earn you a kit, and then you'll be making money. So then you can afford those products that you do want. So throw in the chat how those conversations are going, if anybody's replied to or not, but we're going to move on, because one of the other things that I told you that you need to do is, the second one is what? Host those parties. The P word. Oh, the dreaded P word. Parties, 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 whether those are Facebook parties, home parties, basket parties, online parties like smorgasbord parties, patio parties, whatever it is. You guys, we are a home party business. And I can tell you that my business grew because of home parties. And that may scare you. You may have been in Scentsy for 2 years because of the wonderful world that we have gone through the past 2 years. You may not have ever done a home party, and it can be totally, totally nerve-wracking to you. I have good news for you. The next 3 weeks, we are spending Ascend Academy on home parties. You are going to be able to learn from some pro home party how to do home parties and how to do them the way that fits you, because there's not one home party that's the same. And so don't be scared, but let's get them booked. Home parties are like, they're my second jam, because that's where I've gotten my most recruits, and that's where the sales come in and the repeat customers. So we're going to do the same thing that we just did with your recruiting of making a list. So you're going to create a dream host list of 5 to 10 people. Again, do not overthink this and do not make excuses. Oh, Stacy just hosted a party for me last week. That's okay, because last week was July and we're booking parties for August, and we're booking parties for August alone. And we are front loading our calendar. What does front loading mean? That means that we want to book all of our parties within the first 2 to 2.5 weeks of our month, because then after we book those parties and during those parties, we're actually going to rebook and get some bookings from those parties for the last half of the month. So you always want to front load your calendar and put all those parties right at the beginning. So I wouldn't leave you high and dry. I'm going to also share a text for you. But first, take a couple minutes and create your 5 to 10 list of dream hosts. These are your top buyers. These are your previous hosts from last year. These are even past consultants that still love and maybe still buy from you. And you never know, you could get them to rejoin on your team too. So create that list right now. I'm going to give you a minute or two and throw the name of your number one person in the chat. I love it. Love it, love it. Okay. Now, again, I told you I'm the queen of wording. So I'm sharing with you the text message that we're sending out to those hosts, or to those prospective hosts right now. So here it is. Hey, Hannah, I'm filling my calendar for August. Remember, I told you we're only booking parties for August because we're front loading with Scentsy Fun Jams. Totally threw that whatever you want to call it, together instead of parties, because if the P word scares you, the P word might scare somebody else. But a fun jam, even if they don't say no, they're going to text you back and say, what's a fun jam? And it opens up the conversation, right? Name it whatever you want to name it. But I said fun jams. I'd love to get you on my calendar so I can spoil you with free and half price items already out of the bat. You're going to spoil them and get your friends all addicted to the smelly good side. Are you available August 8th or 10th? Now, this is very intentional, you guys. Again, I said we're front loading our calendar, but I also work off of my calendar for my hosts and for my business. So I give them 2 options of dates, because again, I'm opening up the conversation. I'm not saying, do you want to host a party? I am keeping it in my court and saying, I have August 8th or August 10th. Are any of those available? And what are they going to say? No, I don't have that available. That's great. Okay, now I do have August 12th or 14th. Would either one of those work for you? Always give them options instead of like narrow it down. I can't tell you guys how important this is. Be intentional when you are asking for home parties, any kind of party, really. And just say, hey, I've got this and this date open. What works for you? We get so overwhelmed many times when we have so many options. When you say, hey, when do you want to book a party? I mean, then it could take them 2 weeks to decide on a date, right? But if you just say, hey, August 8th or 10th, and they're like, okay, 10th, that works, done. Be intentional on what you say and the dates that you're giving them, and don't just leave it wide open. So send a text message to those 5 to 10 people. I'll leave that up for you for a minute. And let us know. Like, I really think that, how many people do we have on here right now? Can't even see.
65.
65. Oh my gosh, we could get at least 120 parties booked within like the next 5 minutes.
No, I think we could get 190 booked.
Oh,
Oh,
I mean, with my wording, how awesome. But let us know. I want to know, like, we're going to spend a minute here because we're going to get some parties booked, because this is the number 2 way that you are going to earn that incentive trip. And I'm walking you through this whole join first, right? We asked people to join. And just like Karen said, if you start with buy, there's nowhere to go. But if we start with join and, you know, they say, I'm not interested right now, then you send them this text message. This is in your back pocket for that. And then if they say, you know, fun jams aren't my jam. And then in your back pocket is that, well, we have a brand new catalog coming out. Can I send that to you with a coupon for your time? And
It's
then
just
you get
been
some.
on my side. It says Hannah Hall and it's just spinning. I don't see anything.
You don't see, Karen, do you see it?
I can
Yeah.
see it on my end. Can everyone else see it?
Okay. Yeah.
Here, let me see if I can take a, I don't know if it's gonna let me put a picture.
I'll read it again. The text message says, hey, Hannah, I'm filling my calendar for August with Scentsy fun jams. I'd love to get you on my calendar so I can spoil you with free and half price items and get your friends all addicted to the smelly good side. Are you available August 8th or 10th? And you're almost,
I'm gonna
It
type
just
it into the chat too.
okay, good, yeah. You're almost making the decision for them that they can't say no, right? Because you already like you want them, you want to spoil them. Yeah, Michelle's asking if you can put them in the chat too. So
Yep, I'm gonna put them in. I don't think I took a screenshot of the first one. All I'm gonna say is double check my spelling before you send this out because I'm typing it.
yeah. So who's getting parties? Put them in the chat when you've got a party booked.
Anna, can you go back and give me the screenshot of the other one?
I might have X'd out of it. Hold on 1 second.
No worries. If not, if someone else wants to read it to me that took a picture of it, I'll type it in. Got one, working on others. I have one for the 8th of August. I have one party booked. One booked for the 6th.
Nice.
It says, hey, Hannah, it's half price to join Scentsy this month, $49 in parentheses. And I would love to have you join me so we can work together to make money. Oh, she got it.
Yep. But I like listening to your voice, so you could have kept talking.
It's kind of scratchy.
Maybe I like it more that way.
Maybe that's what they say in Canada. Like, what say you? Like, instead, what do you say? Oh. And I will for sure share these graphics too with our recording too. I just thought that'd be easier to throw them together. So, all right, we've got parties being booked already.
One
Look
at
at
the end
that.
of the month. My relaunch the weekend before, working on one. Ooh, Kelly's working on one who's on a pretty tight budget, so she'll help her stock up with it for free with her party. Fantastic.
Yep.
Have you ever heard of green lighting?
No.
No.
Okay, so green lighting is in your messenger. Next to the person's name, there'll be a green light and it shows that they're on the messenger.
Oh, sure.
Oh, I didn't know that's what it was called. Oh,
I didn't know it had a name.
Okay, so I went on and I did I don't know what I did with that papers. Oh, here it is. So I wrote, hello, I'm in a challenge to book one more party for the month of August. It's super easy and fun, and any way I can twist your arm to help out a girl. And then I didn't write anything else, nothing else. I just waited for a response. If they responded back and said, no, not right now, then I said, well, how about we book a couple months out, anyway, to just agree to a party. If they say no, not at all, then I say something along the lines of, well, I hope I get to still be your Scentsy lady. And, here's a link that you can order at any time. Just something along them lines, but they call it green lighting.
Love it. Mandy says she's green lighted before. I didn't know how to term. I think I always green light. Yeah. Hey, Billy, Samantha wants to join. Amazing. Nikki says she has a customer thinking of joining too as well. That's so awesome. I mean, out of this tonight, you guys could have 5 new recruits, 5 to 10 new recruits. You could have 5 to 10 new parties too. Andrea said yes to a party in September. Hey, you know what? Even if August is full, or even if your August calendar is already full, yep, it's time to move on. Loretta has a girl joining, thinking of Scentsy. Yay! Awesome. So you guys, this is how simple it is. An incentive trip is to incentivize you to work your business how you should already be working your business. There's nothing new that they bring in for an incentive trip. It literally is join, host, and buy. And when you do all those things, like you should already be doing in your business, Scentsy says, oh, let's reward you. Here's a free incentive trip. That there's no secret, right? And it's at any different level. Now, I did write in my notes here that I do want you guys to set some goals, even though we don't know what the trip details are yet. We can set some goals, and we're going to set some PRV goals and some recruiting goals and some growing our team goals. So the first goal that I want you to have is for the fall. On average, what would you like your goal PRV to be each month? If you are currently a 200 a month PRVer, I would love for you to put at least 500 to 700 PRV. If you are 1,000 average PRVer, I would love for you to put 15 to 2,000. If you are a 2,000er, I would love for you to put 3,000 to 4,000 and beyond that.
Wait, you need to just stop and read the numbers in the chat.
Holy molies, look at this. 3,000, 3,500, 2,500. Listen, y'all, like I'm telling you, it's going to be the best fall ever. Scentsy is setting you up with an amazing, amazing catalog, the best we've ever had. Oh my gosh, even that front cover, just like it's the best. And the LTOs that are coming out, y'all, like that hocus pocus gonna sell. So I love this. Okay, PRV goals. Love, love, love that. Then the next goal I want you to set is how many people would you love to personally add to your Scentsy business each month? Don't let this scare you, because the opportunities that are coming with Scentsy are phenomenal. And so if you've never recruited anyone, then put one a month. That's a great goal right there. If you are a top recruiter, you better be putting like 5 to 7. But this is where growing your team. So you have your PRV goal, you have your recruiting goal. Now, what is your business goal for growing your team? How far would you love to promote? So tell me, I would love to promote to a director, or I would love to promote 5 people underneath me. Tell me what your growing your team goal is. Mandy is superstar or star director. Yes, Mandy, that will be happening. Kelly, a director. Yep. Kelly D, star director. Yes, ma'am. I mean, you guys are putting this out into the universe too today. Like, this is, if you say it, you believe it, gosh darn it, slap it on a sticky note and put it on the front of your computer so that every day you see star director, Vicki, that is happening. Put it on your computer. So every day you walk up there and it says, I am doing things in my business to make me a star director. Put it out there in the universe, make yourself believe it, do the things every single day, and you get rewarded with a free trip too. I love it. Oh my gosh, Karen, Shelley, we're going to have like 20 star directors, and Kendra, superstar director.
Ooh, I like it.
You guys bring it. I'm ready. I'm so ready for this. Love it. All right.
I got some goosebumps over it.
I can't believe the PRV goals that I saw, the recruiting goals, these like promotion goals. I'm here for this. I can't wait to celebrate. I'm gonna have to start buying some Minkies and stuff for everyone promoting. Love it.
What was your favorite part of the cruise? What did you tell me was your favorite part? And think about how much bigger it would be this time.
Oh my gosh. Yes. Okay. So, my favorite part was literally the friendship, and that, so Karen, Shelley, Eldridge, and myself, we're not under each other, but you guys we work together. And my favorite part of the trip, and I will say it without being emotional, is that our teams came together and we were like a family, and we were like doing things together. And that literally was my favorite part. Don't tell my husband, because I do like going with him, but it was just all those friendships coming together and like sitting around the hot tub, drinking pina coladas, going on gondola rides together, winning in the casino together. It was so much fun. So the friendship, that was my favorite part of the cruise. Yay. Yeah, Melanie's too. Gosh, I loved getting to know Melanie's husband. I love them. Okay, so you guys, I hope that tonight you took away something, number one, that is really lighting a fire underneath you to work your business this fall. Whether you earn this trip or you don't, all the things that you put into place are going to better your business. And let me tell you, this is my pet peeve about the trip. Don't tell me that, oh, Hannah, I'm going to try to earn New York. You guys, this word try should be taken out of this Webster dictionary. I hate the word try. I want you to proclaim it and say, Hannah, I'm going to earn New York. Hannah, I will see you. Now, I think we'll probably pick Cabo, but you never know. So you can just say, Hannah, I will see you on the cruise, or Hannah, I will see you in New York City. I proclaim it, you guys. Throw that try word out, and you are going to do this. Yes, Noemi, I will see you in Cabo. Yeah. So proclaim it, write it down, keep these goals, put them in front of your face, and do them every single day. Do the things that are going to help you earn this trip. Join, host, and buy. Keep booking those parties, keep asking those people to join your team. Whether you ask one person a day, whether you ask 3 people a day, just get your ask on and ask, right? book those fundraisers. Those are the big things, you guys. Like, they can literally bump you to the top with like they're easy PRV. And you get to give to good causes too. So, all right. I think that's all that I have. Any questions or anything in the chat?
I don't really see any questions that we didn't answer. If anyone had a question that we didn't answer, will you drop it back in the chat? There's a whole lot of people owning what they're going to do, though.
I love it. And one more thing, let me just add to you guys, when the incentive trip does come out, my number one tip for you is to create an action plan. You saw that I showed you of how you're going to earn that. And usually Scentsy either puts an action plan out for you, or consultants will do that. And it will break down for you basically what you need to do to earn that. I cannot stress that enough. Have a plan. That way, each month you can look and say, okay, I'm on track, or, oh, I need to step it up here, or I need to step my PRV goal up this month, and track out how you're going to earn that incentive trip. Now, Dawn, how do you do a fundraiser? It's a lot like a party, but I'm going to encourage you, Dawn, to go to the training center on your workstation and type in the word fundraiser. I cannot tell you the abundance and the amount of trainings on Scentsy fundraisers, or even head over to YouTube and type in the word Scentsy fundraiser. And you could sit for a week and just watch all the Scentsy fundraiser trainings, and everyone does them differently too. So head over there and start learning too. So
I also dropped in the chat. I think it got buried. Vicky also shared the script that she's been using that's been working. So I copied and pasted it down below if you guys want a second idea. And Dawn, we've done a bunch of fundraiser trainings as well. I can't remember if we have one on the schedule for this fall. I feel like we probably do, because I can't imagine a season that goes by that we don't. If not, maybe we'll record something supplemental, but we've done a number of them, and there are recordings on it. Mary's got a question.
I didn't know if I would type it right and y'all would understand. So let me ask it. I think, and I could be totally wrong. I mean, you know, the crap that has happened this year. Last year for the incentive, if we had a person join our team before the incentive started, those points counted toward the incentive if they made the certified within that first month, I think. So if we do sign up somebody to take advantage of the July special, you think that it will count towards the incentive if they certify during the incentive?
I do for sure. Now, I don't know how much that will be, if it'll be the same as if they were to join in August, but you will definitely get points for those people that certify during the incentive period that have joined before. I will tell you, one of my recruiting tips is to never wait on a recruit. Get them in the door and slam the door behind them and start their business right away. There's so many benefits right now to them joining right now and getting the half price kit. And then these last couple of days of really working the business off and promoting the sale, the 20% off and the 10% off that we have going on right now. So get your recruits in as soon as possible and help them have an amazing start. Yep. So your points will count.
I have another question. Last year also, we got points for getting the incentive before. I guess it would be the winter incentive. So do you think that we would, and I know you don't know for sure or not, but you think we would get points for doing the brick by brick incentive to this? Or?
Yeah, I don't know for sure, but I'm going to say, in my understanding, no, because they would have already shared that with us to encourage the brick by brick. That could be a surprise they have for us. So obviously, like if you're really working for that, like push these last few hard days and get those club members in. Gosh, you guys, that is an amazing incentive. Residual income right there. Like, get them in the door, and then that's automatic PRV for you. But we don't know for sure. I would say no, but they've always been known to surprise us with some things too. So
Because that too last year, I think I kind of think, I'm kind of thinking that we did get some points for completing the winter or summer, whatever incentive it's referred to.
We did, but it was shared with us, and it was part of the criteria for the summer incentive. If you earned, you got this many points. So, oh, Kelly just booked a
Yeah.
fundraiser. How about that?
Yay, Kelly. Woo, awesome. Okay, we've totally gone over on our time. This is going to be the longest recording ever. But it's totally worth it because I'm going to see you all in Cabo. I'm going to go on all of the trips, you guys. I just have to. Like, that's because I can't miss out on seeing all of my friends on all these trips. So I'm just going to sneak on the boat and sneak in New York and whatever too. So, all right. Love you guys all. Again, create your action plan when it comes out. Reach out to your upline, to your director, to your superstar director. Get on those connection calls with them and get your business growing this fall. Have an awesome, awesome rest of July. Knock it out of the park, you guys. Make this the best July ever. And have a happy, happy transition to August 1st too. So
Wait, but show up on Lounge tomorrow night too for more ideas on how to work your business.
Yes. And then remember, I told you the next 3 weeks of Academy are all about home parties. So by the end of August, y'all are going to be home party pros. So make sure you're showing up the next 3 weeks too. So, all right. Love you guys.
Bye.
See ya. Have a good night.